Hey, family, let's talk about something many of us have done without even realizing it: shrinking. Shrinking our voice, shrinking our dreams, shrinking our standards, shrinking our presence. Not because we're incapable, but because we were taught, directly or indirectly, that being too much would cost us love, opportunity, or acceptance. Somewhere along the way, you learned to make yourself smaller so others could feel comfortable. You softened your opinions. You dimmed your confidence. You downplayed your intelligence. You laughed off your brilliance. And you called it humility. But humility is not hiding. Humility is knowing who you are without arrogance. Shrinking is pretending you're less than you are. And that is not what you were created for. You were not designed to blend into rooms you were assigned to shift. You were not given vision just to water it down. You were not given a voice just to silence it. You were not given discernment just to ignore it. There is a difference between being peaceful and being passive, and many powerful women of faith have confused the two. Being kind does not mean tolerating disrespect. Being loving does not mean abandoning boundaries. Being patient does not mean accepting less than what aligns with your purpose. You can be gracious and still be firm. You can be compassionate and still say no. You can be faithful and still be bold. Let that settle. Some of you have outgrown spaces that only accommodate the smaller version of you. And instead of expanding, you've been trying to fold yourself back into environments that no longer fit. Growth will make old rooms uncomfortable. Elevation will expose insecure dynamics. Maturity will shift conversations. And when you grow, not everyone will clap. But you don't shrink just because someone else refuses to stretch. There is a version of you that speaks clearly, that walks confidently, that chooses wisely, that sets boundaries without apology. And she is not arrogant. She is aligned to her godly purpose. You don't have to announce your power, but you also don't have to hide it. You don't have to compete, but you also don't have to minimize. You don't have to prove, but you also don't have to pretend. God did not design you to live intimidated by your own potential. If He gave you the idea, steward it boldly. If He gave you the platform, use it faithfully. If He gave you the wisdom, share it unapologetically. Because the world does not benefit from a muted you. Your children need to see strength modeled. Other women need to see courage embodied. Your community needs your obedience, not your hesitation. And obedience sometimes looks like expansion. So stop editing yourself for people who were never assigned to understand you. Stop apologizing for standards that protect your peace. Stop shrinking in rooms you prayed to enter. Walk in fully. Speak clearly. Stand tall. You can be rooted in faith and real in your authority. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so it reaches someone who needs the reminder. Share it with a woman who has been playing small. And if you're growing with this community, subscribe so we can continue building faith, confidence, and clarity together. Thank you for watching. And remember, you don't have to shrink to be accepted. You were created to stand.